Cardano up 50+% in the last 7 days. All the while, the network growing by leaps and bounds. SundaeSwap DEX getting ready to launch this week. The fear, the uncertainty, the doubt coming out of the woodwork like never before, but we're used to it, aren't we? In this video, I want to talk about it all. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Thank you for cruising by. We are still on the road here. It's going to be a little bit. I'll at least have a good mic coming in the next couple of days. I appreciate your patience. Let's jump into the video. This is the move in the last 7 days. You see it on the screen, 52%. A 52% move for Cardano. It's big stuff. I want to look at those charts in a few minutes, but I want to backtrack and I want to just talk about some things here. I tweeted earlier, you might have seen it, basically saying, they said the staking would never work. And Cardano right now has the best staking, over 1 million delegations. And I truly think it has the best staking in all of crypto. It is so solid. And this is lending such a strong hand to decentralization in Cardano. They said there would be no assets on ADA, but there are now over 2 million assets. I think it's over 2.5 million assets now. They said there would never be smart contracts, but they're here. Now they say Cardano won't scale, and that's what I wanted to briefly talk about, everybody. There's going to be a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in terms of Cardano with scalability, with congestion. When SundaeSwap DEX goes live this week, the network will be congested. It's already being congested without this huge DEX going live. It's going to happen. But I just want to throw this out there. Cardano is prepared for this. This is all the research backed work that went into Cardano over these years. When you hear about that, that's what this is for. This is the scalability phase. And Cardano, IOHK in particular, they're trying to solve, they really are doing a really good job in solving the trilemma. That is scalability, security, and decentralization. So as you're doing that, it's steps at a time, right? And to take those steps, you have to grow with the network. You have to implement things and optimize with the network. So I'm saying this because be prepared for the negativity this week. Most of it not factual, most of it not data-driven, most of it just kind of lies coming from people that are just like, I don't like Cardano, so I'm just gonna go on Twitter and take this opportunity to make things up because there's congestion on the network. But Cardano this year, and it will be optimized. This isn't the SundaeSwap launch is not gonna be congested forever. It's not gonna congest the network forever. There's gonna be a lot of scalability implementations done over the coming weeks, months, this year. Everything from increase in block size, right? We heard Charles talk about this in the interview that I did with him last week. Node enhancements, pipelining, off-chain optimization, things like Hydra. There's a lot going on. The network will grow just fine. There's a bit of patience involved in that growth, but it's really nothing to be concerned with in my view. There are people out there that they're just, this has to work perfectly. It's not working perfectly. I'm out. Cardano's terrible. That's fine. But Cardano's building something that is supposed to outlast in a secure way. And that's what they're doing. And that's why it takes these steps involved. So I just want to throw that out there as Cardano is kind of doing its thing and SundaeSwap is getting ready to go live. There's a lot of eyes on Cardano right now. And there's so much more to cover in that regard, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And so let's jump into the charts because I wanted to do a charting video, obviously, and I just wanted to get some of those thoughts out of the way real fast. So here it is, the 52% move to the upside. Right now, Cardano at $1.60. What's so cool about this is this was January 10th, 7 days ago. We were looking for this exact move, the pullback to the upside, to this lower trend line, and it has happened. This is what it looks like on the 6-hour chart here. We don't have that trend line charted on this exact chart, but a 52% move. Not only did we have the pullback to the trend line that we see in this video, right? But we have a break above that trend line. So what I want to do is I want to kind of go back and I want to look at a clip from yesterday's video. I did it last night, probably around 24 hours ago, and let's dive into this technical analysis, starting with some context. What's going on right now? Yesterday at $1.45, here we go. Often resistance at these areas, but going into tonight and into tomorrow, I'll be very interested to see what happens. Does this prove resistance, Or can we get a bullish confirmation break through it? Start closing 6-hour candles above it. That's what I'm watching right. That is what I was watching. That was $1.45. Cardano, let's go back to the 6-hour chart. Here we are. There is the Fibonacci that we were looking at right around, $1.48. We were looking at up to that $1.50 area for Cardano. And remember what that is. It's that last swing, a swing high, which was a lower high on this downtrend to the swing low, and Cardano. And I can probably move this up, chart it a little bit better, right around $1.48, $1.49. Cardano made its move to that Fibonacci. We were talking about, is Cardano going to see support at this consolidation? And check this out on the hourly, everybody. This is what I like to see. We get up to that Fibonacci, we break it, come back down, and we test it just like that, and we bounce to the upside. That's what I'm talking about. So let's go back to the 6-hour to get a sense. Cardano did close 6-hour candles above it. This is, in my view, very, very, very bullish for Cardano in terms of this longer term uptrend that we want to see. So that's the 6-hour. That's that short-term bullish confirmation. So how does it translate now in the longer story of things for Cardano? This is when I go to the daily chart. So here is that last swing high. What I would really, really like to see on this daily is Cardano closing a daily candle above this wick of that swing high, that lower high. But at the very least, Cardano has closed a nice green candle above these candles of that lower high. That is awesome to see. This is, if you're looking at candle closes, this is a higher high now, right? This is that first swing high, a momentum shift in play. Now, putting all of this together, when we're looking at that, we're looking at the 6-hour, we're looking at a little bit of separation from this Fibonacci, Cardano closing that nice 6-hour candle above that Fibonacci, and we go back to the daily. This is what we anticipate now. This is the setup. This is the setup for the 20-day moving average cross above the 50-day moving average right here, that green line crossing above the blue line. That is the move we're looking for. Now, in that story being told, in that happening, it does start with short-term bullish confirmations like we just saw, but here's what could be very much included in this story. That is throwbacks to those trend lines. Oftentimes when we're seeing, especially a 20-day moving average cross above the 50-day moving average, in that move, we could see Cardano revisit those moving averages, right, to the downside. So 20-day moving average getting pulled up slightly, Cardano consolidating all the way back down, $1.40 range. So right now, those moving averages are key support for Cardano, but we're in an environment now, Cardano has made such a solid move to the upside. It's put in these bullish confirmations on the shorter term charts like this Fibonacci that it just broke above, and it's starting to really show some bullish momentum that we can really confidently look at these moving averages for support right now. If you look at the 50-day moving average alone, Cardano right now is 18% separated and above the 50-day moving average. If we look at the 20 moving average, Cardano is 21% separated from that 20-day moving average. So that's huge. So we have all of this space for Cardano to now consolidate to the downside, put in a higher low, say it puts in a higher low, $1.40 range, and the 50-day moving average kind of meets it there, and then boom, to the upside continuation. Now, I want to say this, that we always have our failsafe support. That failsafe we always talk about right now, we can actually chart it. Let's go chart it newly on this screen. The swing low to this current swing high, and here's where our failsafe support is right now. I believe this is where it was yesterday, but we're in this new territory now, and here we go. Failsafe support, $1.19 to $1.28. That's a lower high Fibonacci. So Cardano, if it fails support, if we see a dip for Cardano, we fail at these moving averages. We have this area down here, a lower high Fibonacci. It's a fail-safe area of support for Cardano. But after this huge move for Cardano, we have all of this room of support for Cardano to see consolidation down to if need be. If we go to the daily chart though, guess what? Cardano now above this trend line that extends all the way to September that we were watching. This is an old trend line of a falling wedge that Cardano fell out of in November. Remember, we hit that $1.20 target and we still use that trend line. Cardano as it's breaking this previous lower high, has broken above, and currently even this red daily candle that we're in right now, and my chart is a mess. My chart is such a mess. This daily red candle even. So we closed yesterday's daily candle. Now this red daily candle still above this trend line right here, and that trend line sitting at like $1.54 right now. So who knows if that will hold. It would be a very nice support area for Cardano if it does hold. We have a lot of support to the downside for Cardano. That's what we want to see in an uptrend environment. Going over to the weekly, here are these 3 hard fork combinator events. We're going to continue to track them intertwined into the charts. Everybody, the Cardano blockchain is growing, and it is so undervalued. It's insane to me. I think it's over a 7x behind Ethereum right now, and it is just solving so many problems that Ethereum hasn't solved yet. And that's just data, right? That's not me hating on Ethereum. I'm not trying to compare. I'm not doing this Cardano versus Ethereum thing, but Ethereum is huge, and Cardano is solving so many things that Ethereum has simply failed to solve. Here's one thing. If we look at transaction volume, I don't know if you can see to the side of the screen, but transaction volume in the 24 hours. Look at this, over 5 billion, 5.3 billion for Cardano, 5.5 billion for Ethereum. Cardano is right up there in transaction volume. And if we look at fees, Cardano, I don't think you can see it on my screen, and this isn't letting me scroll over, $75,000 in fees. And guess what? Ethereum, $43 million in fees. Do you see where this is going? Do you see what is happening? I don't know how long it will take for a lot of people to realize what Cardano is doing, but I think Cardano is well on its way. So in the meantime, what I'm going to be watching for Cardano is I would love to see continued upside for Cardano, more separation from this Fibonacci that we've been tracking. At the very least, there's support structure now at this entire Fibonacci range. There is support structure all the way down to these moving averages that we just talked about. So really, that $1.30 up to $1.48-ish area is a really strong support area for Cardano. So if you see Cardano starting to move to the downside in that general vicinity, it's not something to immediately freak out about, because this is what bullish reversal is all about. It doesn't happen immediately where it's just like parabolic right away. That's not how it works. There are dips along the way as well, but we evaluate those dip areas for Cardano to the upside. If we're looking at the weekly chart, this is the biggest thing that I would look for. That move to the 20-week moving average, also breaking the 50-week moving average, that blue line right around $1.63. If Cardano can break that area and then make a move to the 20-week moving average at $1.80, this could get epic. And we've made a really, really, really strong stride in that regard. Cardano getting very close to those areas. So time will tell. This week, very important, 5 days, 21 hours. Will Cardano break above this 50-week moving average? That is a really key level, key area for Cardano on this chart. So here's the milestone move for Cardano, the bullish milestone move for Cardano, $1.63 up to $1.80. Can Cardano make the move? Can it break into that channel and above it? That is the question to ask. That is what we'll watch this week. I appreciate you cruising by. Let me know your thoughts, everybody. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.